They are angry with everyone around them because they believe that the most meaningful relationship in their life has been taken away. This video brings an urgent message that Jesus specifically wants you to hear about this anger that's consuming you. He has been trying to show you an important truth, but is concerned you might miss it because anger has blinded your eyes. This isn't just another spiritual video. It contains a revelation about anger that many overlook every day while their relationships crumble. Jesus cares so deeply about your healing that he would be disappointed if you dismiss this critical message without understanding its importance. The message you're about to receive has been carefully arranged to reach you at this exact moment in your journey through anger. There's a divine appointment happening right now as you watch. Don't scroll away, because what you're about to learn could change everything about how you experience relationships and God's presence in your life. This isn't an ordinary spiritual message about anger management. It's a divine alert about how anger is destroying your spiritual connection and blocking every blessing Jesus wants to give you. Jesus has been watching you push away the very people and opportunities he's been sending your way through the filter of anger. Missing this particular message could mean staying trapped in destructive anger patterns that keep repeating. In every relationship you enter, this marks a critical turning point for those who have been consumed by anger over lost relationships. There's a limited time spiritual window opening. Right now that could break the cycle. Jesus cares so deeply about your freedom from anger that he would be genuinely concerned if you failed to recognize this opportunity to see the truth. That's why this message found you today. Your attention to this video isn't by chance. It's a divinely orchestrated moment designed to help you see what anger is really stealing from your life. The meaningful relationship you think was taken from you may not actually be the real issue at all. Every moment you felt betrayed by someone you loved has been witnessed by heaven. Every tear you've shed over losing what felt like your most important relationship has been collected. All the times you've questioned why people hurt you, yet continued to seek connection anyway, have been honored. Your pain from losing meaningful relationships hasn't gone unnoticed. Those times when you felt abandoned by the very people who promised to stay, Jesus saw your heartbreak and the anger that followed. The moments when your trust turned to rage because disappointment cut so deep, yet some part of you still wanted to believe in love. That struggle was recognized in heaven. The effort it took to keep your heart open when everyone seemed against you has been deeply valued. The questions you've carried about why meaningful relationships always end badly, sometimes too painful to share with anyone, have all been acknowledged. The spiritual path through anger and hurt isn't always clear, and the truth isn't always obvious. Sometimes it requires honest self-examination to recognize. Jesus understands this challenge, which is why he's making this particular revelation so clear you can't possibly miss it. The sign Jesus wants you to recognize appears in everyday anger reactions that feel completely justified in the moment, but are destroying your life. This sign shows up in patterns of pushing people away before they can hurt you first, in conversations where you immediately feel defensive, in conflicts that seem different but follow the same script. It appears in the way you interpret innocent actions as attacks, in your quick assumption that others have bad intentions, in the wall you've built that nobody can climb. This sign is uniquely meaningful to your specific relationship patterns, something Jesus has personally designed to grab your attention about what anger is really doing. It connects directly to the prayers you've been praying for meaningful connections and the loneliness you've been feeling despite being surrounded by people. Jesus chose this particular sign because it speaks to your heart in a language only someone trapped in anger would fully understand. The window to recognize this destructive pattern won't remain open forever. That's why Jesus is concerned you might miss it while blaming everyone else. When you finally see it, you'll understand what you've actually been protecting yourself from. When you recognize this truth about your anger, Many puzzling aspects of your relationship history will suddenly make perfect sense. Failed friendships, broken connections, and the pattern of people eventually leaving will all connect in a beautiful moment of divine clarity about what anger has been hiding from you. Jesus has wonderful news for you today. Your spiritual life is shifting to a higher level of understanding about relationships, and important transformations are happening within you right now. The divine has captured something unique about your journey through anger, and now you've been chosen to receive this special revelation. This moment marks something significant in your spiritual growth beyond destructive emotions. It's a clear indication that your readiness for truth is growing stronger every day. Something incredibly meaningful is unfolding in your relationship with Jesus and with others, far deeper than you might have imagined possible. The recognition of this truth about anger begins a spiritual awakening that will touch every area of your life, from your prayer life to your friendships to your sense of divine purpose in human connection. There's a wave of heavenly attention surrounding you right now. You're becoming more spiritually attuned to the truth about what anger has been doing, naturally drawing divine insight into your daily experience. Recognizing this truth, Jesus is showing you brings a heightened awareness of His love in even the smallest details of your relationships. More spiritual insights about healthy connections will begin flowing to you than ever before. This isn't happening by chance. It's a carefully arranged blessing designed specifically for this season of your journey out of destructive anger. Your prayers for meaningful relationships matter more than you realize. Your spiritual sensitivity inspires heaven, even when anger tries to cloud it. Your faith makes a difference in the relational atmosphere around you. This divine recognition shows that Jesus deeply values your growth beyond anger's control. Each step you've taken toward honesty about your patterns, even when it hurt to look, has led you exactly where you need to be for this revelation. The timing of this revelation is no coincidence. It appears now because you're spiritually ready to face the truth about how anger has been controlling you. This precise moment has been divinely chosen because you've grown in self-awareness and emotional maturity. Your spiritual eyes are now open enough to see what anger has been hiding from you. Your heart has expanded through the pain of relationship losses. Your spiritual wisdom has deepened through repeated experiences of disconnection. Your soul is now prepared to receive this divine truth about anger more clearly than ever before. All the relationship challenges you've faced and the patterns you've wrestled with have been preparation for this moment of revelation. Nothing in your journey through anger has been wasted. Every experience has shaped your ability to finally see the truth when it appears. This particular revelation about anger is connected to larger spiritual movements of healing happening in the world right now. Jesus is revealing similar truths to those who are spiritually alert and ready to receive them honestly. If you're feeling blessed by this divine revelation about anger and relationships, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more to support our channel's mission of sharing these important spiritual breakthroughs. Your generosity helps these divine insights reach those who desperately need to break free from destructive anger patterns. When you give, you participate in a sacred exchange that allows us to continue creating content that connects people with heaven's truth in these critical times. Your support helps others find freedom from anger that has trapped them for years. As you begin to recognize this truth about your anger, new spiritual awareness will naturally develop in your life. This clearer vision brings new responsibilities, not just to yourself, but to everyone God places in your path who might be trapped in similar anger patterns from losing meaningful relationships. Don't view these responsibilities as burdens, but as sacred opportunities to participate in Jesus' healing work. This revelation signals it's time to step into spiritual maturity beyond destructive anger and navigate this chapter with heavenly wisdom and purpose. Finding balance becomes essential during this spiritually transformative time. While releasing your anger, Remember to nurture your practical faith through prayer, scripture, and community. These spiritual disciplines have shaped who you are and will continue to support you as you grow into healthier ways of relating to others. Jesus is inviting you to become more than just a receiver of this revelation, but a person who helps others see their own destructive anger patterns too. As you become sensitive to this truth about anger destroying relationships, think about how you can help others who are still trapped in the same cycle. Your experience shows that Jesus is constantly communicating healing truth, even when anger makes us unable to hear it clearly. Heaven witnesses every moment of anger being released and replaced with peace. Your story of recognizing how anger was actually protecting you from connection brings hope to people feeling isolated or wondering if meaningful relationships are even possible anymore. Your awareness becomes a light that helps others develop eyes to see the destructive patterns anger creates in their own lives. This revelation isn't meant to be a private blessing. It's an invitation to help others experience the same freedom from anger's control. Jesus often works through those who have recently overcome destructive anger to help awaken others who are still blaming everyone around them. Your newfound peace serves as both personal blessing and ministry opportunity to show others there's a better way. As you navigate this new life beyond destructive anger, stay consistently vigilant about your emotional responses. Jesus reminds you that while recognizing one anger pattern is wonderful, it's just the beginning of a lifetime of choosing peace over rage in difficult moments. Maintain the spiritual sensitivity that allowed you to see this truth about anger in the first place. Guard against returning to old patterns of blame and defensiveness that made you push away everyone who tried to get close. Let your newfound peace continue flowing from genuine faith and daily attention to Jesus' presence in your relationships. With this new ability to recognize destructive anger comes ongoing responsibility to remain emotionally healthy and relationally open. Use this gift wisely to discern between appropriate boundaries and walls built from fear of being hurt again. Not every protective instinct is anger, but anger disguises itself as protection. Embrace this journey with both humility and confidence, showing others that freedom from destructive anger comes from staying connected to Jesus daily, through prayer, worship, scripture, and obedient action when He calls you to forgive, let go, and trust again despite past pain. Picture a future where anger no longer controls your relationships or dictates how you respond to disappointment. Imagine meaningful connections flourishing unexpectedly with people who truly see you and value you. Divine appointments with individuals who complement your life rather than drain it. Your understanding of healthy relationships expanding beyond anything you've experienced before, because anger isn't filtering every interaction anymore. Jesus stands with you, encouraging you to embrace this journey of emotional freedom with complete trust in His healing power. This is truly your moment to experience deeper connections through releasing the anger that has isolated you for so long. This marks the beginning of a time when your spiritual perception, emotional wisdom, and heart will be more aligned with heaven's design for relationships than ever before. Accept this blessing with gratitude, and remember that you're surrounded by divine support on this journey beyond anger. The path ahead holds countless opportunities for genuine connection and meaningful relationships that will become increasingly clear to your emotionally healed eyes. What joy awaits as you learn to relate to others without the heavy filter of anger and past hurt. If this message has awakened something in your spirit about the anger you've been carrying, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right to you. Your support creates a beautiful spiritual exchange and allows us to continue sharing these divine revelations with those who need them most. Your generosity helps fund our mission to help others recognize how anger is destroying their relationships in these critical times. If you're ready to acknowledge that anger has been controlling you and commit to releasing it, type $9.99 in the comments below as your declaration of freedom. The journey of healing from destructive anger continues beyond this revelation. As you step into new emotional and spiritual awareness, stay grounded in scripture and prayer that keep your heart soft and your discernment sharp about relationship patterns. Every destructive pattern you recognize in yourself could be the exact insight someone else has been waiting to see in their own life. Your growing emotional health serves as inspiration for others, wondering if freedom from anger is even possible after losing meaningful relationships. Move forward with a peaceful heart, a watchful mind, and a responsive spirit, ready to choose connection over isolation. Create opportunities for others to recognize their own destructive anger as you enjoy the relational clarity coming your way. The spiritual language of love and forgiveness has always been part of how Jesus heals broken hearts. By choosing to release anger, you join a long tradition of healed people who have learned to recognize his voice of peace, calling them beyond their pain into genuine connection with others.